Welcome back to another episode of MIA Unplugged. I'm Anthony Spitaleri.
And my name is Luz Abreu, and we are so happy to be back.
In the 305. And in this episode, we're going to talk about how to move to Miami from out of state.
Let's do it. So when people are moving from other states or even from other countries, because of course we get people from Latin America as well. And actually I got a client from Italy while I was in Italy that they were relocating to Miami. There are a few special steps I think that they need to do when they are in the process of thinking about relocating to Miami.
Absolutely.
First one?
So the first one, even if you've been to Miami, you can come to Miami often, vacation. It doesn't necessarily make you the expert on Miami.
Yes.
So the first one is always to lean on an expert who is a real estate agent in Miami. And that way they can begin to understand what it is you're looking for and then branch out a specific neighborhood or a few neighborhoods for you to just dive into and see where it goes from there. And if I don't want to say if it's not right for you, but you guys will link up and find the right match.
Yes, 100%. Something that happened to us all the time is as we are part of this amazing ecosystem of Tom Ferry, we get to connect with amazing agents all around United States and even outside United States. So we get a lot of clients through our partners inside the Tom Ferry ecosystem who wants to move to Miami. So in alignment with that, like make sure that you align with that expert in Miami. And most of the time it's going to be someone who your agent in your country or in your state will refer you. So try the best you can to connect with that agent that is going to help you and make that process of relocating to another city way easier.
Yeah, totally. And then, of course, when you speak with this agent, however it may be, they can get in better alignment. That way, it will also serve you better as the buyer because it will be a more seamless transaction and flow.
100%. And it happens to me all the time. We get even sellers sometimes. Like let's see, a client is trying to move to Marco Island. So then my people at Mary Bartos from Naples, they're gonna call me. Hey, they want to sell this house in Miami in order to move to Marco Island. Or my friend Jamie from the Florida Keys, they will just, these clients want to move from Miami to the Florida Keys. So it happens all over. So make sure that you align yourself with someone that your previous agent or your current agents in your state, they can trust, and then we can take you, voila.
Oh, yeah, voila. Just like that. Almost.
Almost like that. Something that I have seen and I saw actually when I was in Italy and you were helping our clients is like some clients wants to move to Miami, because they have been relocated from work and they don't want to pull the trigger and buying the house and they want to rent first. What would you say?
I would say always up to the person and what their specific situation is. So you as a buyer need to determine what is really best for you. But at the same time, if you're going to work with a real estate agent like ourselves, we are the professionals and we've seen this before. It's not the first rodeo. And we're here to really guide you with the best experience and process that protects you.
Yes.
It's not for our best interest, it's for yours.
Exactly. Like something happens to me sometimes is like people want to get to know Miami better. And I applaud that 100%. But also, I want for you to understand that the cost of waiting might be higher. Like, if some client came to me maybe 2 years ago or 1 year ago, and they said that they're moving to Miami because whatever, they got relocated to Miami or they opened a new company in Miami or whatever the case may be. And then they feel hesitant to pull the trigger and buy something because they want to wait until they get to know Miami. But this is what happened. When we go over the consultation, we ask so many questions that give us the 90% idea of what is the neighborhood, what is the city that this family will vibrate with. Right. So it's easy for us to say, based on this and that, we recommend this and this city. But again, people will decide, okay, no, I want to take the time and then to rent first, and then a year from now, 2 years from now, the prices went up and they miss on the opportunity. Right. So I will absolutely recommend for you when you are moving to another city, another state, lean in your real estate agent and be sure to answer all the questions that we will ask you, so that way we can avoid that 1 year paying rent or those 2 years paying rent, and then the price is going up and you don't, buying or being on the place that you want to be long term.
Yeah, exactly. Such a good point. Right. So again, it just depends on the situation, but of course we have the experience. We're here to line it up to make sure we understand, because already when we do the consultation, we know the exact same spots in our guts
Exactly.
that you're gonna love. And but at the same time, you know you.
Exactly.
So
Yes. And something that I love about our relationship and how we work with buyers and sellers is not Anthony, no me. We are no pushy at all. So as Anthony would say, like, it is so important for us to have our clients' best interest at heart, that when you are talking to us, it's like, okay, how can we make this experience better? How we can make this experience remarkable? How we can make this such a powerful experience that you feel so happy and grateful that the universe light us up and we will be able to help you, whatever the case may be.
right, yeah. I mean, even it could be as simple as giving you the form to change
Yes.
your license.
Yes.
Or giving a list of 5 vendors that can move all of your furniture across the country.
Exactly.
Whatever it may be.
Exactly. What else?
I would say step number 2 is continuing on purchasing the home in Miami is get pre-approved.
Yes. Yes, 100%. If you decide that you wanted to pull the trigger now and buy your house, your home in Miami, then of course one of the process is we will line you up with our amazing lender, and then we will know exactly, okay, what are the qualifications, what are the documents that you need to provide, how much is your monthly payment, how much you want. And I always say this, like, focus on how much you want your monthly payment to be instead of the price of the house, because most of the time what we care is, okay, what is my budget and
Right.
how much money do I want to pay every month on mortgage or housing expenses, for that matter.
Yeah, 100%. That way we can get the pre-approval. We can look at the total monthly expenses for the house, and then we can find by reverse engineering, even without the pre-approval, we look at the monthly expense, and then we can calculate, okay, we're going to get you in this area.
Exactly.
Right? But then we move forward with the pre-approval, because then once we do find the house, there are going to be other offers, especially in this market. So we're already prepared we have everything lined up with the contract. We have all the documents that we need. So when we submit the offer to the house, you're lined up and we can move forward without worrying about any other competition.
Exactly, 100%. Then, after we do all the process, if you rent or if you buy, and then, we have created all the content about buying a house and how to buy a house when you come in from another state, or even buying a house if you're here. But then there are a few things that are very important for you to know when you are moving to Miami. And one of the first one will be to get yourself your driver's license. Like, that document will say, yes, I am Floridian.
I can imagine the photo now. If only they would let us do what we want on the ID.
Exactly. We need to call Jacob and ask him if he already did it.
Antonio also.
And Antonio too, and so many others.
Anyway, but yeah, so first thing first, ID. And if Miami is your permanent residence that you're moving to, it's not a second home vacation, make sure you claim the homestead exemption.
Yes.
ASAP.
Yes, ASAP. As soon as, homestead is something that I guess every other state has, I
Yes.
think. But if you have until the 1st of next year to request or to claim your homestead exemption, which basically is a discount or a benefit that you have for being Floridian when you buy in a house. Okay, so another things that we recommend for you to do when you move to Miami is, after you get your driver's license, make sure to notify your health insurance and your car insurance about your moving, because in case they need to update any information and then to link you with other doctors and stuff like that, is absolutely recommended to do that. If you're gonna rent, some condominiums will have the water included, some of them will not. Then, we will be able to tell you if you need to open a new utility account, where utilities you need, which, for FPL, which is electricity, is FPL, and the water as well. But then when you are talking about internet, then we have, the city have different providers, so we will be able to guide you to the ones that we use, AT&T, Comcast, Infinity, whatever.
For sure.
What else?
The next step I would say is understanding what you're looking for. What would you
Yeah.
like to do, or how would you like to, what lifestyle would you like to live
Yes.
in Miami?
Yes.
Because we're all coming from different backgrounds, different places in the world, also different places locally.
Yes.
So think about your commute time, what amenities you would like. Are schools important to you? Do you want to be close to the highway, the expressway? Is there grocery stores that you would like to be, or some type of cultural destination that you would like to walk to? So just to have an idea of what you're looking for.
Yes. And I also think like when people are coming to Miami from big cities, like, I don't know, New York is the one that comes always to my mind first. If walkability is important to you, then we have to make sure that you are in a city, in a community that is easy for you to walk to restaurants, to supermarket, to shops, to beauty salon, to whatever you need, because otherwise it's going to be such a culture shock for you moving from a place that you walk everywhere to a place that you have to take the car everywhere you go.
Right, yeah, because even if you want to just be outdoors and you want to see a lot of green space, there are neighborhoods that don't offer a lot of canopy cover,
Exactly.
not a lot of green space. So obviously we would avoid those.
Exactly. So I think that the more open and clear you are about what are the things that really matters to you,
Yes.
the easier it will be for us to guide you to exactly where do we see you living in Miami.
Right, because Miami, we already know is right for you,
Yes,
but it's just
for
where
sure.
in Miami, for sure.
But where in Miami? But where in Miami?
where in
And I think like lifestyle sets the bar to tell us exactly where we need to guide you. As you were saying, like, do you have kids? Does walkability is important for you? Do you want to be close to the beach, or it is more important for you to be in a quiet neighborhood that is on the suburbs, and that yes, you are good to drive whenever you need to drive, but in your daily life, you're quiet. Like for instance, if you work from home, most likely you want bigger space, and you can exchange that for the walkability, because it's not that you're gonna be going out for a coffee every day.
Right.
You need to be on your desk for a certain time, and then you will take your weekends to go out and explore this beautiful city.
Right, so maybe you can be more west in Miami, or you can be in a more residential neighborhood.
Yes.
Not so, it'll still be walkable because those neighborhoods are beautiful.
Yes.
However, at the same time, you don't need to be so close. So we'll have more options for you.
Exactly. 100%.
So this was our episode on how to move to Miami from out of state. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, follow us everywhere you are, and we'll be there. I'm Anthony Spitaleri.
And I'm Luz Abreu, and this was another episode of MIA Unplugged.